suburbs, please raise your hands. Okay, look at it. Look at that crowd. Man. So women of the suburbs, look, here's the story. Women of the suburbs. The fake news has been saying the women of the suburbs, they said this last time too, women don't like Trump. And then they saw 52% voted for Trump, right? I said, why don't they like me? They don't like me. They couldn't give. And then after we won, they said, women came out for Trump. What happened? Women. I like women. I like women. So anyway, no, but listen, here's the story. They said suburban women. I used to call them suburban housewives. I got killed all the time. I said, oh, I better go politically correct. And I'll bet there's not, is there one woman here that minds being called, if you're married at least, a suburban housewife? The only one, she wants to be called, she said called. No, the only one that mind are those characters, a lot of people up there. The press, right? That's the only one. The rest of them don't. But you know what? In keeping with our modern era and being politically correct, so the women of the suburbs. So you have a regulation now that's a disaster. It allows low-income housing to be built right next to your American dream. What ultimately it means is crime will come pouring. And you know what? These Antifa people and the radical left, and it is the radical left. It is the radical left. The radical left, the next place they want to hit are the suburbs. They say it all over, right? And what I did with the regulation, my people came, and he's great, Ben Carson, Dr. Ben Carson. He's great. But Ben came to me, sir, I said, I want to get rid of that regulation. It's a horrible regulation, getting worse all the time. And I've watched it for years. You've all watched it, right? Where they destroy these incredible communities. And Ben said, well, we can really bring it down and make it much more palatable. I said, no, Ben, you know what? That's going to be more controversial. Terminate it. He said, yes, sir, he terminated. We terminated it. You have no more regulation. Now, if sleepy, crazy, crooked Joe gets in, I don't know. He shouldn't be allowed to run, frankly. If that were me, they wouldn't allow me to run. If that were me. Can you imagine if Don Jr. had the problems of Where's Hunter? Right? Don Jr. Oh, my poor boy. Boy, what that boy's been through. What that guy's been through. I don't know. Ivanka's different. She sort of floats through life. You know, she's pretty amazing, I tell you. She's pretty amazing. And Eric has been great. But what, they went after my kids, and I restrict them from doing things. I mean, can you imagine the money my kids could be? Dad, let's build a hotel in Saudi Arabia. I restricted them. I said, you can't do anything. Let's go build a couple of hotels in name any place in the world, we'll have them, right? And you know all the money that Biden's raising? He did $350 million. I would be, Doug, the greatest I'd make Doug look like a bad fundraiser. I would be the greatest fundraiser in history. All I have to do is call up the head of every Wall Street firm, head of every major company, head of every major energy company. Do me a favor, send me $10 million for my campaign. Yes, sir. They say the only thing is, why didn't you ask for more, sir? I would take in more money, but you know what? I don't want to do that. Because if I do that, I'm totally compromised. Because when they call me, you know, you're a loyal person, and what happens is, hey, you know, you'll do things that are a lot more money. So when the press says, and we're raising a lot of money, we're raising a lot of small money, a lot of 61, 62, you know, no Republicans ever done that. But when I start calling, I would be the greatest fundraiser in history. Don't forget, I'm not bad at that stuff anyway, and I'm president. So I call some guy, the head of Exxon. I call the head of Exxon. I don't know, but, you know, I'll use a couple. Hi, how you doing? How's energy coming? When are you doing the exploration? Oh, you need a couple of permits, huh? Okay. But I call the head of Exxon. I say, you know, I'd love to send me $25 million for the campaign. Absolutely, sir. Why didn't you ask? Would you like some more? And if I make the call, now people make the call, it's different, you know, but if I made the call, I will hit a home run every single call. I would raise $1 billion in one day if I wanted to. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. I put in a lot of money when I ran originally. I put in a lot of money into this campaign, you know, my primary campaign. And I never thought it was appreciated. They'd never give me credit for it. But I gave up my salary. You know, I gave up. So the president's paid. No, but nobody ever talks about it. You know, every month there's sleaze, because they're sleaze, most of them. Not all of them. That guy's a good guy. But you do have a couple of good guys, but not many. But every month they call, and has the president given up his check? I don't have to, you know. I'm the only president, they say, maybe I'm wrong, they'll say, you know, 100 years ago somebody else did. I'm the only president that did not accept a salary, which surprised me, you know. It's $450,000. The only reason I mention it is they never talk about it. They never talk about it. But what they do is they call up every month. Did he give up his check? And Kaylee, where's Kaylee? Is she here? Where's Kaylee, our great Kaylee? Where's Kaylee? Kaylee! She's around. Whoa!